everyone, welcome back to my kitchen. Today we're going to be cooking my pan-seared Cajun salmon. So get all your pencils and papers out and get ready. For today's ingredients, you'll need 4 slices of salmon, 2 sticks of butter, some honey, salt, garlic powder, paprika, black pepper, onion powder, cayenne pepper, crushed red peppers, a small saucepan, and the skillet of your choice. Mine today is a big black cast iron skillet. This recipe calls for you to mix up your own spices, but if you don't want to get all these spices and mix them up on your own, as the recipe calls for, you can substitute all these spices with your Cajun seasoning, whatever your favorite Cajun seasoning or Creole seasoning is. But for today, I'm doing it this way, and what I have in my spice mixture is a half a teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of paprika, 1/4 of a teaspoon of black pepper, a half a teaspoon of onion powder, a half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper, and 1/4 of a teaspoon of crushed red peppers. I put all that in this little container and I mixed them all up, and it'll be used in my recipe. But like I said, if you don't want to go to this trouble, then go ahead and get you some Cajun seasoning and use that. And if you want to use your Cajun seasoning that you have in your own little container, then I would use 4 teaspoons of just your Cajun seasoning or Creole seasoning. Okay, first I put my 1 stick of butter in my cast iron skillet, but it'll be the skillet of your choice, whatever you choose. And I put my fire on medium-high heat, and I'm melting my butter. As you can see, my butter is melting on a medium-high heat. So while it is melting, I'm going to get out my honey and my tablespoon because we're going to be adding 2 tablespoons of honey to this melted butter. Okay, my butter is melted, so I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of honey to my butter. I've got a whisk, and I'm going to mix it up into my butter. As soon as it gets bubbly, pretty good, then I'm going to add my salmon. Okay, I'm going to be adding my salmon. I'm going to put it flesh side down. And I'm going to cook it for 5 to 6 minutes on this side. It's still cooking away, and I wanted to tell you, before I put my salmon in here, I just put some salt and pepper on the flesh side of the salmon. And it looks like we've got probably about 3 more minutes, and then we're going to flip it over. Okay, we're going to go ahead and flip the salmon over. The reason why I start with the flesh side down is because when I flip it over and cook it on the other side, then when I go to take it out of my skillet, then the skin part stays in the skillet most times. I don't really care for the skin part, and I guess if you wanted to take the skin off before you cook the salmon, that would be okay too. I've done it that way as well. So let's go ahead and get it flipped over. It's been about 6 minutes. Salmon is really easy to cook. We're going to probably cook this about 7 to 8 minutes. While you see it cooking, you'll notice that some of this around here is turning dark. That's perfectly normal. It's not going to burn. That's just the butter and the honey together. So I always kind of do this while it's cooking. And with the salmon, you'll notice that on the side of it, down in here or over in here, you can see it was pink when I put it in there and it's starting to turn white. And that's a good indicator that it's getting done when it goes from pink to white. Okay, we've got about 3 more minutes. I just wanted you to see how it looks right now. About 4 minutes, 3 to 4 minutes in. And I wanted to also tell you that these steaks are about 1 inch thick, except for this one here. It's thinner, but these are about 1 inch thick. What I'm going to do, since we have 1 to 2 minutes left, is I'm going to spoon some of this butter with honey in it over my steaks. Of course, you have to be careful because this has a tendency to pop. Wear an apron if you have to. Okay, my salmon is done. I have it off the fire. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to take I have my 1 stick of butter that I've melted, and I'm adding my Cajun seasonings to it. These are the ones that are done individually, separately, and put in this little bowl, or you can just do your 4 teaspoons of Cajun seasoning that you have in your container. Just mixing it up really well. Now I'm going to add my 1 stick of butter that has my Cajun seasonings in it, and I'm going to pour it over my salmon. And that's all there is to it. You're finished. It's going to be yummy. I'm going to get my husband in here to taste test it for us. As you can see, this is our finished product. The salmon's cooked to perfection. It has our Cajun seasonings on the top, and it's ready to taste test. So if my taste tester will come over here, we will get you to dig in and give us a taste. And tell us what you think.
Very good. I'm ready to eat.
Okay.
Thank you.
That's it for today. Enjoy your salmon when you cook it.